When I married Claire 12 years ago, I truly believed we could face anything together. We met in college, endured the lean years, built a quiet life in Denver, and raised a little boy who adored his mother. I never imagined trust could vanish with a single message. Claire traveled frequently for work. She was a regional event planner at a marketing firm, always jetting off to trade shows and client meetings. I didn't mind. She loved her job, and I loved seeing her proud. But lately, her trips had increased, and so had the distance between us. One Friday evening, she texted, "Flight got delayed. Staying in Chicago tonight. Love you, babe." It was 7:43 p.m. I read it twice, then smiled. "No problem. Stay safe. Call when you can." I replied. I tucked Mason into bed, poured myself a drink, and scrolled through photos from last summer. Her sun-kissed skin, that effortless laugh, my arm around her waist. We looked happy. Yet that night, something gnawed at me. Maybe it was the abruptness of her recent messages, or how she stopped sending selfies from trips. I don't know why I opened Find My iPhone. I'd never used it before. Curiosity? Instinct? Whatever it was, when the map loaded, my stomach dropped. The blue wasn't in Chicago. It pulsed brightly in Miami. I stared at the screen, convinced it was a glitch. I zoomed in. South Beach, Ocean Drive, the hotel strip. No mistake. I texted. "Weird. Your location says Miami." No reply. 10 minutes passed. 20. The message went from delivered to read. Then silence. My heartbeat roared in my chest. The room felt cold. My mind tried to imagine excuses. Maybe the airline rerouted her. Maybe she forgot to mention it. Maybe. But truth doesn't need maybes. At 9:12 p.m., her call came. Her voice was steady, too measured. "Hey, yeah, crazy story. Flight got canceled in Chicago, and they rebooked me through Miami. Didn't even notice the location updated. Sorry, babe." I said nothing. Silence stretched until she spoke again. "Hello. I just want to know why the hotel you're at isn't on your company's list," I said quietly. She hesitated. "What?" "I called your office. They said no one's booked to Miami this weekend." A long inhale. "Ethan, you're overthinking. You know how stressed I've been lately. Can we not do this right now?" Her favorite tactic, turning suspicion back on me. I hung up before she could finish. For the next 2 days, I went through her laptop, email backups, travel itineraries. Every breadcrumb led somewhere suspicious. A hotel reservation under a personal Gmail, restaurant charges in Miami for 2, expensive wine, room service with champagne and strawberries. By Sunday, anger had faded. I felt hollow. She returned late Sunday night, radiant, tan, rested, smiling like she'd been on vacation. Not a business trip. "Hey, babe," she said, leaning in for a kiss. I stepped back. "How was Chicago?" I asked. She froze. A long pause. "You wouldn't believe the delays." "Yeah," I said softly. I checked. Her smile faltered and disappeared. She dropped her bag. "Ethan, please. Whatever you think." "I don't think." I cut her off. "I know." She sat on the couch, pale. "It was a mistake," she whispered. "A one-time thing." "With who?" "Someone I met through work." It meant nothing. I laughed bitterly. People don't fly to Miami for something that means nothing. Tears filled her eyes. I didn't plan it. I just felt lonely. You've been distant too. We've both been. Don't. I said sharply, don't make this about us. You lied. You built an entire trip on lies. She started crying real messy tears. Maybe 3 years ago, I would have held her. That night, I couldn't. I slept in Mason's room. Over the next week, she tried to fix things. Flowers, long messages, promises to travel less. She swore she had ended it. I listened silently. On Friday, she left her phone on the counter while showering. My hands shook as I picked it up. A new message. Daniel Clyde, Miami. Can't stop thinking about you. Next conference. Same suite. That was all. Proof that nothing had ended. That night, I printed screenshots, her texts, hotel receipts, Find My iPhone map, I placed them neatly in an envelope on her pillow with a note. You didn't lose me because of what you did. You lost me because you lied while I was still willing to forgive. I took Mason to my sister's for 3 nights. Claire didn't call until the 4th day. When she did, her voice cracked. You really left. I did, I said, because if I stayed, I'd become someone I couldn't respect. Silence. Quietly, I never wanted to hurt you. You didn't want to get caught, I replied. 2 weeks later, I filed for separation. She didn't contest it. Months passed. Mason asked where his mom is. I tell him she's working somewhere sunny. Maybe she is. Maybe she's in Miami again. Sometimes I check that blue dot on Find My iPhone, half expecting it to blink from somewhere familiar. I stopped waiting for apologies that never meant change. The night I got that text, flight got delayed. Stay in Chicago. I thought it was just another business trip. Turns out it was a flight where our marriage finally departed without me, and I learned when someone lies about where they are, they've already drifted miles away from who they once were.